Well, they ban out the Invoker, so CIS Reject's not going to be able to get their hands on that, at least in this match. HYDRA, looking at... Right, I need to ask you because...
Radiant team pick.
We'll wait and see. Okay, the line comes out, so apparently... Well, it's got a decent amount of lockdown, the burst damage come through there as well. Monkey King and Lion, not a bad support combo if that is going to be the support Monkey King. Yeah, but I need to ask, what happened to Shadow Fiend carry? Why was that like the rage for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden nobody wants to play it anymore?
That's a good question.
5 seconds remaining.
I haven't spoken to the Pro Player Authority, so I can't conclusively say that X is what happened, but to me it feels like they found a hero that had really high right-click damage, right?
Mm.
So they tried it a few times, and then they found out that it's pretty one-dimensional, and if you just want hard-hitting right-clicks, you could also just pick Luna with Terrorblade, which are heroes that, aside from having good right-click damage, also do other things.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. So...
And another like problem with SF carry is that all of his damage is single target, and that is not a problem in fights. But if you get overrun in lane, you don't really have a great way to catch back up,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't have AoE damage, and a lot of your damage actually comes from your souls. And if you die a few times, you're gonna recover so slowly.
Okay. So maybe we put that one on the back burner for now. Speaking about back burners, Batrider gets picked up for HYDRA. This is... Looking at this lineup for HYDRA now, the Beastmaster and the Batrider you usually see get banned out really darn early in any other draft. At least in the second phase, you know, Beastmaster doesn't really make it past the first phase, but HYDRA just seem to be getting given everything they want so far, apart from the Chen, which I don't think we'll ever see another Chen for HYDRA.
Yeah, probably not.
So, looking at this lineup for HYDRA, there's a lot of single target lockdown with the Batrider, with the Beastmaster, the Hex coming through from the line there as well. Obviously, if he hits a good Earth Spike, he can lock down more than one hero. So, there is control there for this Monkey King to throw out the Wukong's command. But looking at this lineup, do you think HYDRA... Oh, what do you think HYDRA are going to go for to finish this lineup off? Because I assume this is a mid Batrider, so still looking for the position 1 here. So, maybe... What are you expecting? Because, I mean, the Luna's already banned out. Medusa's gone as well. There is still the Terrorblade if you want to go for that.
It's Dream, so it's gonna be a really hard carry. My money currently is on Terrorblade, but it could also be something like the Wraith King maybe, or the Morphling. He just wants something that he can skill really hard with, because the rest of his lineup really doesn't skill that well. It's like Batrider and Beast, yeah, they're gonna be strong, but they're not gonna be carrying games.
Yeah.
Need a hero that can hit buildings and objectives. You need that Dream hero, but it's not gonna be Terrorblade this time.
Okay.
So could be Morphling, PA, or Wraith King, I would say.
And HYDRA, they do have a little bit of time to think about it because they have the final pick, so they can react to whatever CIS Rejects picks up. Looking as well, because CIS Rejects, they've banned out the Queen of Pain. The Lena got banned here from HYDRA. Magnus, I assume this is the off-lane Magnus, so they are looking for a mid-lane hero that's going to be coming up against the Batrider. Is there anybody in lane that you can think about? I mean, what happened to the Spirits? You know, everybody was picking those up, and again, they just seem to have dropped off.
I feel like the Spirits are still fine for the most part. Some of them don't have the best matchup against heroes like Quop, which is one reason why they've fallen off a little bit. But at the same time, they're still just as solid as they've ever been. So this looks like, for instance, a pretty decent Ember Spirit game if they want to go for it. But yeah, the mid matchup against Batrider is just always going to be pretty tough.
Yeah. Is there anybody that does well? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
You did call it. So, HYDRA now looking for this final hero. It's gonna be... I mean, they've got themselves, what, just over 20 seconds for this final pick. So, they've had a little bit of time with the Ember Spirit. Taking a while to be picked up. But looking at this lineup now for CIS Rejects, they have a lot of team fight potential with the Magnus being able to put extra cleave on. Ember Spirit, obviously with the Sleight of Fist, Kunkka with the Tidebringer there as well. There's a lot of damage to come out, so HYDRA...
Okay.
So Monkey King
Okay, this is
position
gonna be
1.
the Monkey King carry, yeah. I was like, is this a Mirana carry?
Maybe they've been inspired by the anime and yeah, looking to try some stuff out. So, looking at these two lineups here, like I say, CIS Rejects have a lot of teamfight, HYDRA have a lot of single target lockdown potential. Which one are you preferring? You know, who are you looking at and going, I'm giving them the edge in this match?
Alright, so I think Magnus is a decisively shit hero.
Okay.
So I think that's a downside of CIS Rejects' lineup. The rest looks pretty solid. And then you have HYDRA. They always pick these weird lineups that are just classically HYDRA, where it feels like none of their heroes really do anything aside from the hero that Dream is playing, and then somehow they still come out on top and I eat my words. So I want to slightly favor HYDRA, because I think it looks shit and that tends to be a good sign.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it doesn't look that shit. They have Batrider for like the early momentum. They have a pretty strong offlane. I feel like Dream is most likely going to be able to do well in his lane as well. So it looks kind of okay. So I'm going to go with HYDRA. Like a 60%.
Step lively now. Your
Okay.
is on board.
Well, we'll see how it's going to go in this first match. And yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the HYDRA draft as well. I just think they have a lot of lockdown, and I think if Dream gets the space, you know, he's going to be able to get the farm off to be really strong once he hits that power spike that he wants to be fighting with the Wukong's command as well. That you can lock down multiple targets with Blizzy on the Beastmaster, with Asgold on the Batrider there, with the Roar as well as the lasso. Even the arrow, if you can connect with an arrow after an Earth Spike or something like that, or a Boundless Strike, you know, there's a lot of lockdown that you could potentially deal with all three cores on the side of CIS Rejects at the same time.
It's also worth mentioning that Mirana one-shots creeps, and that is where a lot of Roger's laning power is gonna come from. So this Eng pick is not really gonna have the intended effect, I think.
And yeah, there's a lot of magic damage with the Lion, with the Mirana, the Starstorm, the arrow, like you say, that can deal with this Enchantress as well. You know, you don't have to be worrying about, oh, how are we going to break it? How are we going to get away from the Untouchable? You know, how do we right-click? Because, I mean, you don't. You just finger the Enchantress and she goes poof.
30 seconds
Uh-huh.
to battle.
So, both teams stacking up around the runes. I wonder if HYDRA here, because they're looking pretty spread out, whether they're going to try and send this Monkey King in to look for a pickup here on one of those bounty runes. Oh, never mind. Ramses is going to come forward, has to watch out because there's going to be a decent amount. Well, let's see what Lion's going to go for. Yeah, the Earth Spike is there, so Ramses doesn't even try it. Monkey King as well. Dreams is starting to move himself towards this top lane. And we're just going to get the 2-for-2 split.
Yep, no surprises there. And Rams is once again going for his triple 3 stat item build.
Yeah.
Just wants to be strong.
That's... I mean, so looking at this here for Kunkka as well as the Enchantress, how does this lane go with, you know, up against Mooka as well as Blizzy?
I feel like Ramses is gonna be able to farm, and Blizzy is also gonna be able to farm. I wouldn't expect like too much special stuff here, mostly because the Eng is gonna be shut down.
Yeah, it looks
Eng
like...
doesn't even go for the enchant, just gets the Nature's Attendance for trading.
And she's taking a lot of damage, or Roger's taking a lot of damage here up against Mooka, and Blizzy hasn't even turned around because Roger, the axes do fly through now, so that's going to be the Nature's Attendance. Roger has to back himself away. Does he want to just continue right-clicking onto Mooka? Mooka backing himself up now as well. Has that arrow if he wants to try and point blank this. Those Nature's Attendants are just about to wear off. Mooka, though, has to get himself back behind the tier 1. Breaks line of sight with the trees. One more right-click. No, uses a Fairy Fire to keep himself alive, so it's not going to be enough for the kill now. Roger is back up mostly full health, and now he's just going to turn targets. The arrow does connect, though. Where are those axes? Are they going to be able to chop down Bambi? One more right-click. Has to use the Fairy Fire himself. It looks like Mooka, only level 1, so he's not going to be able to leap in to get that last hit. And Roger, well, no salve for himself. It is going to be coming on the courier now, yeah. Comes on the courier, and he has to pop it straight away.
I love how I'm speaking about how this lane is not going to be too active, and then immediately afterwards we have 2 heroes dropping to like 50 HP and then the first blood on Blizzy.
First blood.
Yeah, and Roger picks up the enchant even, so Mooka again only level 1, so he's not going to be able to get that leap away. The boar going to be turned on the team that spawns him. And Mooka just has to leave, because Roger, with the damage that he's putting out, especially with the Blightstone as well, that Mooka, arrow point blank again just to deal with this boar, but Roger's just going to chase him down. At level 2 now, he has got that point into the leap, so Mooka's going to be able to widen the gap if he needs to. But Roger really going towards just making sure Mooka can't sit in this lane comfortably.
Yeah, it's hard for Rana to trade with an inch.
And let's take a look at the other lanes while we have a little bit of a break in this lane. You know, the aggression, it just cools off for a second. Top lane, we've got Dream, 9-3 to the 17-4 of Kunkka. You know, Pasha even keeping even with these last hits as well. The Earthspike's going to go. Are they going to try and go into this? The Jingu Master as well as the Boundless Strike could go if they want to, but there is going to be the skew away from Magnus. So Magnus is going to get away with most of his health. Not all, but most of his health. FNG as well. Just trying to harass out Zayat. Zayat's playing it away. Just trying to keep the distance. Does have that Earthspike once again if you want to try and make something happen. But Dream, he just wants these last hits. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see Presskid's already started to move himself away. You know, he's moving to the side, getting those side camps up. As Askold, how's he looking? 16-5 to the 24-2 of the Ember Spirit. Do you, because the early game for the Ember Spirit, obviously having 2 points into the Flame Guard is going to be really nice up against any aggression that comes through from the Batrider. How do you, as Askold, look to get aggressive? Do you just have to wait for your 6 to be up first?
Has been killed.
I think it's really hard to be aggressive on Ember. Because just the chances of you miscalculating your damage with the Flame Guard and the potential Sleight of Fists and Chains, it's just really difficult. So you're not gonna be super aggressive on this lane, I don't think.
Okay. So is it just going to be he gets his 6 and then he just starts to roam about and look for kills on other lanes? Oh, speaking about kills on other lanes, Dream does get taken down. Pasha and FNG do split the loot there, but yeah, both heroes getting involved in the kill, and Dream, that's going to put him on the bench for 10 seconds.
Yeah, Nightmare into Skewer, pretty spooky.
Really nice combo, yeah, just to be able to push wherever you need to get to the Monkey King, because Monkey King obviously once he takes that damage he's not even got the Tree Dance up yet. Level 3, he's gone for the 2 points into the Jingu Mastery. As Ember moving off to side camps now as well. It looks like he's just going to be doing a bit of stacking for himself at the 5-minute mark. As Batrider, yeah, he's getting over to the side camp now as well. Didn't actually get the stack off though. That's a little bit unlucky for the Batrider, but it looks like Presskid, did he? I think he did. Yeah.
No,
Did he
there
not?
was a small Satyr creep left in the camp for some reason.
Okay.
So it's just a double stack for him. He's still doing well though, 41 creeps. A lot of those are jungle creeps, so it's not as impressive, but still, he's keeping up in net worth.
Okay. And we'll see how Presskid, what's the build here for the Ember Spirit in this game, do you think? With the Magnus being able to give him the extra cleave, do you think he goes for a little bit more physical build, you know, or is it going to be into that kind of Maelstrom build that we sometimes see?
I think it's likely to just be potential Orb of Corrosion phase boots and then Maelstrom. And then whatever he thinks he needs could be Lincolns or a BKB.
Okay.
Both are fine.
They might be able to make a move onto the Bane though. The
Bane.
Bane steals the double damage rune away from Askold, but Askold's just going to push him back and claim the kill anyway. FNG getting a little bit unlucky that the line did follow up there. And the Presskid, well, he starts to move himself down. Is he going to try and go for the rune slash? In fact, Roger's going to be picking it up anyway. Mooka doesn't have that much health. Has 2 leaps if he needs to get himself away here. Even just... Okay, he started off onto the neutrals, but he was able to get the leaps away. He still had a point of leap as well, so he just gets himself down to the low ground and away back to base. As mid lane, Depressed Kid, he's I mean, the Batrider is starting to catch up. He picked up a kill there as well. DPC just has to be careful about coming into these sticky napalms, moving himself back. He's even going to TP himself back. I'm not sure if he drops a remnant anywhere. I can't... Ah, it's over to the side, just between the mid lane and the rune spawn. Meanwhile, bottom lane, coming back to this lane, Roger as well as Ramsey's getting super aggressive, being able to put the pressure onto it, take down that tier 1 tower at 7 minutes in. And this just means that the Enchantress is going to be able to be free to roam a little bit if she wants.
Yep. They got the Wildkin creep, which gives armor to all the other creeps, and they had a catapult at the same time. It's really hard to stop that. They tried to snipe it with the arrow on HYDRA, but Ramses just tanked it.
Good old Ramsey's taking one for the team there. And it looks like Zayats maybe wants to come in. Roger is already in the lane though, so he's going to get some sentries down. Maybe looking to do a bit of D-warding. We'll see the Lion. Can the Enchantress tame this one now as well? The Sleight of Fist comes in with the Searing Chains. Are they able to do it enough damage? Now Roger backs himself away. Asgold will be coming in. He doesn't have enough mana here for the lasso, so Asgold maybe just backs himself away from this fight as Zayats uses the self dive back into the mid lane though. Muka, they're going to be able to see the rune. It might actually be Roger that just straight up picks it up. Yeah, Muka comes in with a leap. He actually still gets it. Pops those Nature's Attendants now as well. The double Sleight of Fist Searing Chains combo comes out. Asgold though with the Earth Spike. Are they going to try and turn this one around with the rotation in from FNG? It looks like HYDRA just backed themselves away because they're not the healthiest boys. They're not the most mana-filled boys at the minute, so they don't want to get super aggressive into this CIS Rejects fight that could break out, and just playing it safe for now.
And Dream really isn't having that much fun anymore on the top lane.
Yeah.
Asha and FNG just have so much pressure between them with the level 2 Brain Sap and the level 3 Shockwave.
Oh.
It looks like they dove in and got the kill there in the mid lane onto Muka. But yeah, you can look at his net worth here. You can see he's middle of the pack, right behind the Magnus. So how does Dream try and catch up? You know, what's his game plan? Does the rest of the team just need to create space? Or, you know, how can they do this? As the balance strike does come out, oh, the RP! Just out of range there, Dream.
Where are the tips? Oh.
I think he's
Come on, HYDRA.
not pushing his luck because he's not, like you say, he's not having the best of games anyway. It's like Fist Searing Chains comes out, point blank arrow onto DPC, though he does have that flame guard up, so he's not going to take any damage from it now as well. Muka is going to be able to get himself away from this DPC with the remnant though. There's going to be the lasso to make sure he can't be dove to, and Muka just holding it away. And now what are they going to be able to do? He does have one more remnant left, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Was that arrow? It's not going to be thrown. It was on cooldown.
Oh, the roar is so close.
Top lane, FNG trying to get himself away from this Dream, trying to chase him down though. What are those like right clicks? He's going to be able to tree dance himself up. Balance Strike comes out now as well. FNG trying to get himself away. No spells to stop this. So Dream at least will pick up his first kill of the game. Gets himself off the tree before the shockwave comes in as well.
But Ramses is now on the top lane. Probably wanted to find someone there, but isn't really going to be able to. So, I think it's likely that they... Oh, Rocha is gonna go down. But yeah, Ramses is just gonna be pressuring the lane now. Seeing if he can take another tier 1 here.
Is that the Crystalist, excuse me, coming out from it? It is already. 10.5 minutes in, he's going to be able to pick up the armor and the Crystalist. Oh, even picks up the line quite literally with that torrent there as well. Roger having a bit of fun with the voice lines.
Silver Edge is just an item made for Kunkka. You used to want Daedalus and Shadowblade, and now they like combined them into one item that also breaks. You're like, yes please, ooh, on mid.
They're going to be able to get the kill onto Dream once again. It looks like they get the return kill though here. Asgold onto FNG. Can they go any further onto this? DPC just gets to dive away with the remnant. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Blizzy, he's got himself the Helm of the Dominator now as well as Boots, so maybe looking to pick something up to push out this tier 1 tower. But with Roger around, Roger just keeps stealing the balls. Asgold, Lasso's going to be up in 6 seconds. Is Roger going to be able to get himself away? The Tumbler Sword going to be used here by Asgold. Slowed down by the enchant now as well. Immediately pops these Nature's Attendants, so the Firefly going to be used. Where's the rest of the team to help follow up for this? Asgold, he's in no man's land now as well. The Blink RP comes in. They just destroy the Batrider. And meanwhile, there's 3 heroes in smoke just watching this go down.
Yeah, pretty darn good start for CIS Rejects, leading by 5k.
Is under attack.
Feel like we've double jinxed it by saying that we favored the HYDRA lineup and that this could be a really good match.
Yeah, they need to be the solid underdogs in the draft to come in and win this now as well. Mooka will be able to see the smoke break on 3 heroes. They know the RP's down as well. There's going to be the blink skew. It doesn't connect onto anybody though. And now it's Preskid with the haste. Yeah, Zayat is getting pretty low. Those slighted fists. Preskid's trying to run himself around. He gets it off. He didn't even go for the orbital cross, just straight into that maelstrom, diving behind tier 2 towers here, depressed kid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Feels bad, man.
It's not
Poor
great.
Zayat.
Yeah, it's not great. And Kunkka, if we take a look at the net worth as well, look at how far ahead he is. He's nearly double the net worth of Dream. He's just having an absolute grand time here in this game. And Dream, what can the Monkey King do?
Difficult to say really, because usually he wants to be aggressive, doesn't just want to farm, but it's hard to be aggressive when you're this far behind. Because even the Magnus is ahead of him, and yeah, that's not something you want to see as a Monkey King. Laning against a melee hero and being behind in net worth.
Yeah, it's... I mean, the Magnus, he has that big power spike with the blink as well. We've seen it use him, seen him use it a couple of times to get some good RPs off. A couple of not so good RPs, or just the one not so good RP as well. But Pash is having a lot of impact here in this game already, and we're only 13 minutes, 14 minutes into it. So the HYDRA just need to, with the power of the roar, like I say, the roar of the lasso, look for these pickoffs as a team and commit to this, or is it, do they just stall this one out as long as possible while the Monkey King finds this farm until he can like come in with the Wukong's command to try and team fight this one out?
I think they kind of want to keep stalling, but at the same time, once they get big items like the Helm of the Overlord as well as the BKB on Batrider, they still want to make plays.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, and Muga is going to be found.
There's going to be the reveal though, the leap down to the low ground. Can they find Dream? It's going to be a remnant forward, and it looks like that Searing Chains don't actually get connected there. So Muka will be able to get himself away, just hiding himself in the trees, maybe looking to throw an arrow and set up Askold, who went for the Boots of Travel. He's going to go back for the BKB. So this is the Batrider build that we do see coming out standard for this patch. You know, no quick blink dagger. It is the BKB first, and then you usually do go back for that. As Blizzy on the bottom lane, we'll see Roger. The axes are going to fly, but Roger not taking a whole lot of damage there from those, because I think it's only, the 1 point in the axis here. So Blizzy, he's going to lose another boar. The centaur, though, there's going to be the TP in from the Batrider. Are they going to be able to lock down Roger enough? Nature's attendants do start. It looks like FNG's not even going to try and rotate over onto this Roger.
There is no Firefly. That is awkward as hell.
8 seconds away, yeah, so they're just holding out. In fact, this might be a blessing in disguise, because it means that you don't throw the lasso out until you need it, and it means the Nature's Attendants will wear off before they go for the burst damage, and he will get the kill. Muka coming in with that kill secure.
Dream is gonna have his Echo Saber, which is gonna help a little bit in fights and a bit with mana regen as well.
Okay.
Dream is the kind of Monkey King player who doesn't really go for the big farming items, so he is quite reliant on finding kills still.
So, no Battle Furies, no Maelstroms to start, nothing like that.
Nope.
Okay. FNG comes in with the Tumbler's Toy. They might be able to find, there's no Balance Strike for the next 14 seconds though. So I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do to set up here. The Fiend's Grip even comes out, so the Wukong's command immediately popped to catch FNG with that Earth Spike as well, so it stops the Fiend's Grip. They do get the kill. There's going to be a good RP onto 3. Yeah, how can they follow up with the Wukong's command still going? He's just on the edge of it. Dream, can he pick up one more kill? He is going to be able to get it. X marks the spot into the boat though. Is the drag back going to be there? He tries to dodge it off with the Mischief, but Ramses gets himself the triple kill. Leaving the buyback there from Zayats to try and come into this fight, but Ramses 11k, nearly 12k net worth in this game already. X marks the spot onto the line. The Torrent's going to go now as well. He comes in with a Shadow Blade. Is that the full Silver Edge? It is, which I just said. And Kunkka, he's just absolutely running away with this game.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna stop this Kunkka ever.
Yeah, especially with how well the rest of the team is playing as well. CIS Rejects are really impressing in this game so far.
I mean, the difference between these two lineups is just the difference between the Monkey King and the Kunkka. Aside from that, it's fairly even.
Yeah, you can see the net worth. It's fairly evenly spread in terms of places. Like you say, it's just that Kunkka is just... There's no brakes on this train, and he's just getting around his farm. He's not been interrupted at all. He even got a really decent safe lane before he left the lane. You know, they got a tier 1 tower out of it, and then he started to move through into the jungle.
We'll see. Of course, Batrider and Beastmaster are still gonna have ways to lock down the Kunkka, even with the BKB and whatever Ramses buys. So there are ways to control him if he's out of position and his team isn't there to support him. But it is gonna be very scary in team fights against the RP, against the Fiend's Grip with the boat. Ooh, and Muka.
Speaking of, the Nightmare does come through. Mirana, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? This Nightmare comes through. No, the lockdown is enough from CIS Rejects. Puts Depressed Kid on a mega kill spree. And even he's just having a great time here. What is he, 5-0-4? But he was doing it from the start, right? He was just moving over to the side camps. He was really accelerating the farm. Top lane, are they going to try and look for... Nope, they're not, because there's going to be a Fiend's Grip coming out into a boat here. Ramses going to be able to blow up the Batrider once again. And Ramses just moves through. He is absolutely unstoppable. 6-0-1 with the BKB coming out now as well. So it's going to be... I suppose you do still have the Roar and the Lasso if you can lock him down. But to get the initiation, he's just going to be that much harder to get the initial lockdown on.
Blizzy does have his Helm of the Overlord finish, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, he was... You look for the Beastmaster for this early push, but he didn't really get it off just because this safe lane went so well for CIS Rejects, like we say. So, what does he... Is he just going to be looking to split push with the Helm of the Overlord, or is he trying to join in the fights? You know, what can this Beastmaster do here in this game?
I feel like right now they want to defend this tier 2 top.
Yeah, the TPs are going to be coming in.
3 heroes from the Rejects.
Nightmare off the skewer on the back lines. Pasha looking for any TPs. He's not going to be able to catch it. In fact, he might be caught out looking for the TP out on his own. Arrow, though, will connect, so they don't have to use this lasso to lock down onto the Magnus. And Pasha will goes down. Gives up a... What was that? A couple of kills there. A couple of kill spree as well, so... He's given up a little bit of gold over to the side of HYDRA, and HYDRA, they might get... a couple more out of this now. So, well, Depressed Kid was the rotation in from the bar. That lasso again still is there, but they take down the Lion. Zayat's really not having a good time in this game. What is he, like 0-5-3? Yeah, it's not great. The Thunderhide taking some harass coming up from Roger as well. Depressed Kid, is he going to be able to get himself away? Blizzy here might just lose the Thunderhide straight away in this fight. One more right click, the Sleight of Fist does come through. It's not going to be enough. 50 health left on the Thunderhide.
Still alive.
Yeah, and he just immediately trades it out. Yeah, there was no use of keeping that one here, and it would have been gone. So you just trade it out here for the extra health from the Granite Golem, which might be a bit of a blessing in disguise in these fights. But Batrider gets caught out. Fiend's Grip is available. Rip. It's going to start. Was that blink in from Pasha now as well? So he's going to be able to get in there. Has that RP if he wants to use it as well. Just laps it over with the Fiend's Grip. And they do get the kill onto Asgold.
How do they even stop the CIS Rejects lineup now? Because now Kunkka has BOTs as well, so he has that global pressure. And he's like force slotted right now at 21 minutes. Meanwhile, Monkey King finally finished his deso.
Lion could be slain again. It looks like the hunter becomes the hunted here. Zayats. And this is kind of the issue for HYDRA, right? That they just keep getting caught out of position. And yeah, the CIS Rejects have been able to get some easy, like 2 versus 1, 1 versus 1 pickoffs, and HYDRA, whenever they try it, they just get there's going to be there is an immediate rotation through from CIS Rejects that just stops it in its tracks. So yeah, I genuinely don't know what HYDRA can do here, because Monkey King, he's got the Desolator up now, so he's going to be able to be a little bit fightier, I guess. But until the BKB comes out, he's still going to suffer in these fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the same time, just farming may not really help him that much either. Because they are playing late game into Magnus, into Ember. There is a lot to be gained for CIS rejects in the farm department still. Now 70% extra cleave for Kunga. Oh goodness.
Radiant are scanning.
And he's even going to be able to pick up the... Wait, he's just queuing up a Reaver?
Most likely to be a Satanic, I think.
Yeah. I was just wondering whether he wants to go back maybe for something like the Swift... not sorry, the Swift Blink. That's absolutely wrong item. The Overwhelming Blink. But yeah, no, the Satanic... I mean, he's not even really being burst down a whole lot in these fights as well.
True. I mean, he can buy whatever he wants. He can buy a Wind Waker right now and it's still gonna be fine.
Price Kid leading the line. The Hawks do come out and see, though. Blizzy's in
Have
the
ages
trees.
anymore.
No, they might be able to fight this out, though. The road does come through. Dream's going to be able to get a good Wukong's command. They are going to be able to take down Price Kid as well as Passion straight away. The buyback comes through from the Price Kid. Price Kid is going to try and dive himself into this fight. The BKB was up for Askel, but the Fiend Script does still go. Yeah, look at this. Monkey King tries to get himself away. He's just hanging on to the edge of the Wukong's command. And Mooka might be... No, the cleave comes out from Ramses. Takes down the Monkey King as well. The right click onto Mooka gets the kill on both. And Ramses with the easiest double kill of his life.
If Ramses crit there on the initial Tidebringer, he would literally have killed 4 heroes. Because he didn't crit and everyone went down to half HP. Whew.
This is just... It's absolute madness here for Ramses. You can see how easily he's cleaning up creeps, cleaning up heroes, cleaning up the entire map. And yeah, so the Reaver does come through. See what he wants to build into with this. More than likely, like you say, it is going to be the Satanic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mm-hmm. He has 350 creeps at 24 minutes as well, which is insane. That's like anti-mage levels of farm.
Yeah, and there's just been literally no pressure onto him this entire game.
He just reads the map so well. He knows exactly how far he can go with his lane pushing before going back into the jungle. And he can jungle a lot because he does have the BOTs, so
Look
he
at this
can always join fights.
as well. He hits this creep and it's already preset up this other camp here for him to just finish off as well with a Tidebringer. He's got that Satanic coming through now. If he wants to fly it out in the next couple of seconds, he's going to be able to get, like, say, back into the lane, just gets this last creep wave up. And then potentially just buys out. I mean, he's not died this entire game, 8-0-3, so he doesn't even really need to worry about buyback.
Is that how it works? If you haven't died yet, you don't have to save for a buyback?
Yeah, because you're full of confidence. You're like, I'm never going to die. You feel immortal.
Uh-huh. And I mean, looking at this Kunkka, it's not too far off, I reckon. 3.5k HP without toggling on the armlet, and Satanic as well. BKB, invisibility. One more item and he's 6-slotted. And
what is that one more item you think is going to be? Just throw caution to the wind, just go straight rapier, close out the game in style?
Let's say AC or Lincoln's.
Okay, smoke's going to break. There's going to be this Cure back here with the Horn Toss. And again, another easy kill into Zayat. Zayat's, what's that? Is he hit 10 out of 7 deaths in this game? He's the majority, actually, of the deaths on the side of HYDRA.
Yeah. I mean, better him than anyone else.
True, yeah.
Dream has a BKB almost ready too. That's a sign of life for HYDRA.
Do you think that once this is up, does HYDRA kind of make a push for a fight, you know, try and take some momentum back from the side of CIS rejects? Or
I think so. In ulti, Dream might just be able to man fight Ramses.
Yeah, They're going to try and smoke this one up, but you can see CIS rejects on the other side. It's going to be a blink. Really nice one toss. Catches 3. The RP comes out. Well, so much for the momentum. No buyback onto the Beastmaster as well as the Monkey King. The dive forward once again. Zayats, he's only just come back alive and immediately sent back to the grave. Buyback there from Mooka, but it's not going to be. There's no buybacks left on the 2 cores that went down. And you can see Ramsey's even just going to be going through backdoor protection onto this tier 2 tower. I think they're going to lose the lane of Rax here, HYDRA.
Yeah. Just imagine farming your BKB for 5 minutes only to get one shot by a Kunkka. Has to feel bad.
It's not great. It's definitely not great in this match. And we take a look at the Dota plus win probabilities are 95% in favor of CIS rejects. Even Gaben's just like, this game is over.
Yeah, seems fair. I'm surprised HYDRA is still in this.
Yeah, maybe they're just thinking about the game plan for the next game. As the road does come through, they might be able to catch out the Magnus. Magnus, is he going to be unstunned to secure away? He is not. Stun locked for a decent amount of time there. And, well, HYDRA, they pick up at least a consolation kill after that last fight.
Yeah, not bad. They immediately smoke afterwards. If they could take this Roche, that could be pretty big for HYDRA. It's gonna be so difficult because Magnus doesn't really have a long respawn timer at all. Just another 20 seconds and he's gonna be back.
Yeah, they're gonna take the outpost back at least, which, it gives them some benefit with the XP that they were losing once it was taken away. And Spider Leg's there for Blizzy as well, so they're still playing it safe. They didn't want to try and do anything. The Roche will be scouted out with the arrow, so at least they know it's here. But all 5 heroes on the side of CIS rejects will be back up now. And the TP comes in, they should potentially be able to look to contest. I can't even say contest, because it's not like HYDRA started off this Roche yet. So they might just be able to go straight for this Roche if they wanted to. Looks like they want to try and take a fight, maybe. So Ramsey's moving in. Are they going to be able to catch out the Lion to start off once again? Moonlight Shadow is going to be used, but Sleight Fist Torrent will miss. Lion this time will be able to back himself away. It wasn't a sentry, but nobody came forward onto this. A Sleight Fist here onto the Monkey King. Ramsey's is revealing himself.
Dream lost half of his HP to a Tidebringer once again.
Yeah, and the Eye of Skadi is a nice idea for Dream, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get enough space for Dream to get to it before the next fight breaks out.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely. Into Roche, HYDRA goes. The rejects, they know this is going on. Instantly TP. I don't think HYDRA is gonna take this fast enough. No chance.
Nope. Sleight Fist. The Remnant's going to be dropped here now as well. Blizzy, the BKB is going to be used. Now the ability the Lincoln Sphere gets popped there. Was that the Raw? It was onto the Lincoln Sphere of Depressed Kids, so that's the reveal here onto the Lincolns, and now CIS Rejects can just move themselves into the pit. Say thank you very much for starting this. We are going to finish it. Maybe... Nope. No skewer back here for Pasha. The D-Ward will come through here from Ramses. And Roche. This is going to be the shard as well. Potentially, do you give this over to Kunkka?
Maybe. I don't think it's super great on Kunkka. I was gonna say put it on the Ember, just for the extra remnants, because he keeps finding kills easily. And that just gives so many more remnants in these fights.
The remnant damage is going to be nice. The BKB comes out. So, yeah, the extra remnant damage will be nice here from the Aghanim Shard. And he's actually going to be going towards the Shivas as well, because he can dive in, pop that Shivas, and then just follow up with a Remnant. Dream, though, he's still nowhere near the Skadi, even though he's not even really being given the space to farm, because he has to be super careful about not being caught out.
Yeah, play Dream. I mean, we keep saying play Dream, but at the same time, Ascald and Blizzy are not having fun either.
Oh, the
Ember.
roar comes through as the lasso's going, so they are going to be able to get the lockdown, but maybe a little bit of a waste of the roar, though. The skewer comes back onto Dream. Dream going to be locked down, has to use that BKB. Dream going to get low anyway. The right clicks come through, tries to heal himself up, but with the Fiend's Grip, they have the lockdown. Ramses gets himself another kill. 11-0-6. He's just running absolutely riot here as Blizzy just has to TP himself away. The Roger would have been able to do the damage to look like to get the kill. The position 5, just being able to out damage the position 3. And this looks like it's going to be another lane of racks coming through from the side of CIS Rejects, even without the Ender Spirit. You know, you can just see they're super confident that Ramses just leads the line here with the Aegis, with a Lincoln Sphere of his own.
Let's see if HYDRA has one last fight left in them. Dream does have buyback.
The arrow does connect Lotus Orb though, so that's going to be turned back around to Zayat. Zayat needs to move himself away. Kunkka, again, that Aegis is still there for the next 3 minutes. Nation's Attendant's going to be used. Dream TPs himself forward. Asgol gets a kill onto FNG. There is going to be a big dive here onto Ramses. Ramses, what can he do though? He gets the cleave damage onto the line on the back lines. Muka has to get himself away. Leap him 1 more second, but the damage will still be there from Roger. The skewer back onto Blizzy. It looks like up onto the high ground now as well. Roger's just going to go 1 by 1, but for the Monkey King, Roar comes through onto Ramses. Are they going to be able to take down Pasha? They do get the kill. BKB here from Dream. Dream's going to get really down low. Roger though, can he get the kill with the Boundless Strike? He does. So they take down everybody but Ramses is still hanging around. He said, right, come and fight me. I will go 1 versus 3 if I have to. BKB comes out from Asgold. Ramses is just going to carry on right-clicking down onto the Batrider. Pops his own BKB now as he starts to retreat. The TP is going to be there. Lasso, 3 seconds. It's not going to be there in time. And the Roar was on cooldown as well. So they can't lock down the Kunkka. The Kunkka, though, that Aegis did disappear.
Not sure if you caught that, but the fight between Dream and Roger was like the duel of the fates. Because at the start, Dream was still broken, and he didn't have BKB and he didn't have Boundless Strike, so he was trying to hit the Eng, and Eng was trying to hit Dream from melee range, and Dream was like 10% HP, just waiting for the break to wear off, so he could get in some lifesteal. He went down to like 100 HP.
Well, I mean, he got the kill, which is the main thing. But yeah, that would have been for me, heart in my mouth, looking for the damage. The blink comes forward. Zayat is he going to be able to finally get a kill and not be killed? FNG, yeah, they do pick it up now. So 4 charges here onto the Finger of Death, but 3 heroes trying to kind of close the gap against Zayat. Zayat's going to get himself away. He's going to just keep himself hidden. I say hidden. There's an immediate rotation. How did they see him, actually? Where was the vision? Did they just see him from the Prescott moving in?
I guess so.
As, speaking about moving in, Asgold, he needs to move himself away, but Prescott was that slight fist here and chains up in 2 seconds if they want to try and look for the Batrider. The Batrider is super fast. He gets caught
quite deep.
Just on the steps, but yeah, Muka comes back now as well. The illusions will be dealt with. You can see Dreams away. He's got himself 1 ultimate orb. He's not going to be anywhere close to the rest of the Skadi. It looks like they're going to try and break out the fight here. RP comes onto 4 heroes. Was that cleave going to come through? The Sleight of Fist, the Skewer, even the Tidebringer going to be used. And it looks like the damage is going to be enough to force out 2 buybacks from the side of HYDRA. Can they go any further onto this? Asgold is invis. He's trying to get himself out with the Moonlight Shadow, but everybody needs to be careful. Ramses sitting on nearly 5k health with this overwhelming blink.
I cannot believe they just lost the Mirana there after getting 4-man RP'd. That is insane.
Yeah, I mean, they lost that line as well, so the 2 squishy heroes did go down.
Oh, and we spoke about Ramses' next item. So it was the Lincolns, but in the meantime, he also replaced his armlet with an overwhelming blink, so he's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Like I say, it brings up to nearly 5k health with over 20 armor there as well. What's that? 22 armor. How do you just can't take him down. He's an absolute beast. He's an actual Terminator. He just runs at you non-stop until you are dead.
Yep. Double Lincolns on him as well. And the Lotus Orb.
Just because.
Yeah, why not? Seems fair.
That tier 3 tower will go down, and now the racks are exposed, so Ramses just keeps coming in. Ultimates are up, and there's no line for the next 25 seconds here as well. backlines. Are they going to go for the backstab? No, the Lincolns gets popped onto Preskin. So was that the lasso? It was the lasso! Fiend's Grip comes out into the back rider now as well. That will be cancelled though, as the Bane does go down. But it's just Lincoln's just absolutely fun. I say it as if that's what, you know, coming into the last couple of minutes, that only Lincolns have spoiled the game for HYDRA. But yeah, these fights, the roars and the lassos being counteracted by those lassos. The roar does come out now onto Ember Spirit. Do they have the dive? The arrow will be soaked there by Roger as he takes it for the Ember Spirit. Are they going to be able to do enough damage? The Staffs comes through. Depression's going to be able to dive himself away to Blitzy on the backlines now as well. They do get the kill though. They're even going to be able to turn around. The RP committed for Asgold. Roger trying to run himself away, but Dream once again. Can he get himself away from this? The enchant comes out to slow him down. X marks the spot, and the damage is going to be enough to take down the Monkey King. Lizzie has to run himself away with the spider legs. Asgold going to be dragged back to here by the skewer into 4 heroes and just dead. Just dead. HYDRA's hopes of winning this game just dead, as the GG well played will be called 17-36 and a 31k net worth. Look at this, 33k on the Kunkka. CIS Rejects take this first game comfortably.
I feel like we just witnessed something illegal.
It wasn't pleasant for HYDRA.
This performance from Ramses on Kunkka, it's unlike anything I've seen in like the past few seasons actually. 917 GPM, 14-0 in 11. Highest hero damage, highest building damage. Just insane. How do you stop this man?
You ban it in the next game, I'm pretty sure is the answer.
Yeah, that seems like a decent plan.
So guys, that is going to be game number 1. CIS Rejects getting ever closer to making a tiebreaker scenario happen between them and HYDRA. If they can force this through in the second game, they will, at least I'm pretty sure, taking a look at the brackets, force HYDRA into a replay, yeah, because it would put them both on 5-2, and then it would be dependent on how the V Windstrike game went tomorrow for the 4-way tie. But if CIS Rejects win this, they at least put themselves in playoff potential with HYDRA for that Division 1 slot. So we are going to be taking a quick 10-15 minute break as we wait for game number 2 to start. Stick around guys, we'll be back in a few to see if CIS Rejects, can they take this in 2, or HYDRA, can they force it to a game number 3? We'll see you in a few.